So we're working on the next section, the second section of Mardol, going down the hill on the north side, and it's quite a long section with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well 6.5 houses, and I'm fairly well on with it now, and it begins here with a Victorian building, 1870s, for Jessops. In fact, the street was next to it was widened, so there were two or three properties that were removed. So this one must have been shored up at the end, and there's a bit of a buttress left there just to give it stability. And I suppose that was a street widening exercise. So that's a nicely proportioned 1870s building with a modillion eaves cornice which picks up on earlier buildings further up the street. Its neighbour, and again, so I'd say early to mid 18th century, has got rather nice brick arches with then these double keystones which are quite handsome, and a stone string band above the shop front. This one, similar age perhaps originally, you can see the brick plat band, which is again an 18th century feature, but these windows look more Regency or Victorian. Then we come along to another. It's very consistent frontage here with a lot of houses of a similar sort of period. There may be older houses behind, of course. This has been rendered at some later date, but it's still got its lead ornate rainwater hopper. And then here we must be the narrowest shop front in Shrewsbury, thighs the limit. And then the next one, again another early to mid 18th century house with modillion eaves cornice. Characteristic settlement over the shop front. They must have had difficulty with the beams over the shop fronts below, so they all seem to sink in the middle. Again, a lead rainwater pipe coming down, quite decorative. A rather nice feature here with the central window at first floor. They've either got special bricks or they've carved in to make a sort of roll moulding around the edge of the window, and just to make it, and along the bottom of the brick arch, just to make it a little bit more distinctive. The next one along, again, perhaps mid-18th century, a generous modillion eaves cornice. This is the one I'm working on now, doing the Age UK shop front. And it's a nice shop front, and it's been picked out in quite a bold scheme with white and black. So the flutes in the columns are picked out in white, so I'm going to try and suggest that now. Easier to use the set square with this. Need a very steady hand otherwise. Yep. Last one. Yeah. Bit of shadow under the cappings. Colour in the bases now. Or at least the lower part of the shaft. Then we'll go on to the bases.